What is going on, everybody? I am here. You are here. We are here. It is a Who Dat Sunday here in Atlanta. What does that mean? That means that my Saints are in town playing against the hated Falcons. I call them the Falcons because they fail at everything. Just my humble opinion, but I think that the record shows that I am correct. How is everybody doing? Um, I am doing something new this Sunday. We have our um, Instagram audience that's joining us. If anyone from the Instagram is joining in, that is great. But let's see who we got here. Who is here? I got. Hold on, let me see. I got In Harmon here. I got Shirley's Divorce Papers, Justin Mom, Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mysteries is here. Sassy Sue is here. Deborah C. A Lady 747 says, Shirley said I divorced that fool. Can I get out of the group chat? Not quite. Not quite. You've been through a lot, Miss Strawberry, and we really want to try to diagnose what all is happening with you in Shirley Strawberry land. Boys Nana says, hello, Tribe family. Us seniors need love too. Says, hey, Native and Tribers. Didn't go to church today, so I'm finally here for the beginning. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. Us seniors need love too. Nola Brown says, hey, Native and Saints fans, who that to you, Nola Brown? Sanders RN is here with flames in the chat. Vicky, not Vicky. Stacy, that first twin with that Saints jersey there. I see you, Stacy, that first twin. NY Chill is here with flames in the chat. We got Chanel Heslop is here. Flames in the chat from South Florida lady. Blessed Sunday, Native. Blessed Sunday to you. Only Me 23 is here. Myretta, what's going on? Zen Soul is here. I'll do it on Monday. Says happy Sunday. This man about music with the Frankie Beverly avatar says hello, Native. Cross Country Cruiser is here. Well, y'all, it's a Sunday, and y'all know what that means. It's a Strawberry Sunday. But before we start talking about Miss Strawberry and um, her independence, shall we say, from the one who is Ernesto, I want to find out. Let's get a temperature check. We just had a major catastrophic storm come through. Is everybody okay? Are your people okay? Are the people that you love and care about, have you heard from them? Is everything going okay? Me being Florida, a Florida boy, but not just a Florida boy, but a Florida boy born in September. Um, I know what a hurricane can do. I know that it can upend everything around you. I know that it can take away that power. It can leave you sleeping in the heat. Lord knows it's happened to me. Just devastation. There has been some loss of life. Just trying to get a temperature check. Is everybody okay? We are a tribe, which means that we are a family. And even if we can't touch each other, we can still care about each other. So I want to make sure that everybody is good. Is good. Um, let me know how everybody's doing. Healthy and happy Ramaya says, good morning, Native. Listening to you while I get my walk in this morning. Glad that you are here. Zen Soul says, Florida here. We're good. Awesome. Awesome. Cross Country Cruiser says, South Florida. We're good. Awesome. Awesome. Cupcake says, hi, Native and Smokey. You know what? Smokey been kind of hiding out today. I don't know where she at. She somewhere doing her own thing, and that's how cats Cats be they get their little head on their little shoulders, and they act like they can't be social sometimes. So I don't know where she at, but I'll let her know that you did speak. Family in Florida is good. Praise God. Says us seniors need love too. Absolutely. Glad about that. Dimples Wimples wants to remind you all to hit the mother loving like button. That's what she would like for you to do. And that's what I would like for you to do as well. Helen is here and says, finally caught alive. Helen, I am so glad that you caught alive too. We are here today. Again, just want to check on everybody, make sure that we good on this hurricane that has passed through. I know South Carolina caught a lot of it here in Georgia. I'm not really sure about Atlanta. I know where I am, not a lot happened, a lot of rain, but not a whole lot beyond that. So I just read what you wrote, Sandra Zaria, and I was probably in a hurry when I wrote that. My bad. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize if I have let you down. Uh, I apologize if I have let you down. Let me see. Hold on, real quick. Let me see if I can fix that real quick for you, because I have a standard to uphold. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a standard that I need to uphold. So let me go on and get that corrected now. Got it. Sanders are in. I appreciate you pointing that out to me, and I've gone ahead and corrected that for you so it won't be a distraction from our conversation. Okay. Andrea's in the house. She says, hello, everyone. All right. Well, good. I'm glad that everybody's okay. I'm glad that you got that all you people are okay. And Callie, we good. I'm glad that you good over there. All right. Now, let's talk about it, y'all. So we finally got it. We finally got it done, y'all. And I say we as if we had something to do with it. but Shirley Strawberry is divorced. Man, this took a long time. This took a long time. Think about how long we've been listening to these calls. Think about how long we've been asking the question about her sanity, and we've been asking the question about, what is she up to? Because she was kind of silent for a minute. Nobody heard from her. We hadn't seen her. There's been no real statement outside of that Shirley Strawberry letter that she did on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Let's think about, like, all the time that has passed from the time when she got married. This man has been arrested 3 times during their marriage. He's cheated with multiple women. He scammed multiple women, all black women, by the way. He has been a vermin. He has been a thorn in her side. How you get locked up and you cheating while you locked up? The audacity, right? I mean, he has basically left her with nothing. And then when she expresses to him that I don't have any money, he says, well, what they got to do with me? I know she ain't spent all her money on me. Remember he told Dre that? Remember he told Dre that he good with money. And see, you can be good with money when you don't pay rent, when you don't pay car notes, when you steal everything, right? When you ain't got no money going out, it don't matter how much money you got coming in. But he said he good with money, and most thieves are. Because if you spend up all that money, you just go steal some more. I'm in a chat room and I'm in a tribe full of people who go to work every day, right? I went to work today, as a matter of fact. I'm in a tribe full of people that work hard for their money. Can't afford to lose a dime. Yeah, you donate here and there. Yeah, you help the tribe out. Yeah, you do what you do, but you work hard for your money and you don't want nobody to steal it. But see, the Nestos of the world don't see it like that. The Lamonts of the world don't see it like that. See, they steal everything that they got. So he can't understand when Shirley says, I don't have the money to talk to you, to tell you that I'm tired of jail. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of everything you got going on that is not my lifestyle. Shirley might be a lot of things, but one thing she is not is that she's not a criminal. That ain't what she do. So when she says to him, hey, I ain't call you because I can't afford to call you no more. His little feeble brain can't picture that. Why she says she ain't got no money. She says they ain't got well, she ain't spent all her money on me. Yes, she did. Yes, she absolutely did. Hold on. I had a report from Jacksonville. How did I lose that comment? Miss Kim wants to know, Native was arrested multiple times before 2023. Oh, hells no. Shirley, what was you doing with this man? Miss Kim, I'm going to give you the record that was read in court. This man has 19 cycles. What 19 cycles means is that he's been arrested 19 times. 3 times he was arrested since they've been married. So this part of the story is not the beginning. This part where we're listening to calls and we hear him on the phone with Sonya, this is not new. This isn't new to him at all. When we say he is a career criminal, see, here's the thing. People can listen to Sonya and think that we just hating just to be hating. But honest to God truth, we've looked into this, and I say we, I mean the collective, between Fran, between Nyla, between Villanor, Legacy, Lady T-Bug. Like, I could go on and on with the people who look into this. We ain't just saying stuff just to be saying it. We're not calling him a career criminal just to be calling him that. Literally, this man's career has been crime. So, yes, this didn't just start now. This didn't just start with this latest charge. I think this is the most serious. And if you ask me, this is a compilation of everything. Because in what he's being charged with now, we have the financial, we have the SA, we have the R. So we got the violent crimes along with the financial crimes, along with the bigamy. So it's like, to me, if you think about it, it's everything all in one. This is who he is. This is the character that Sonya so desperately wants us to know about. His character, and not just to believe what we hear, and not just to believe that, because he's arrested, he did it. No. What we've been looking at, and the things we've heard, and the things that we've seen, and the people that have come forward, Houston Foodie has on her channel an interview with one of his victims. Check that out when you get a chance. Great interview. So no, he's used to jail, and if you ask me, he likes it. If you ask me, he has a great time while he's there. A lady 747 says he was supposed to improve her financial situation. He did not. In fact, it was illegal for him to have a credit repair business. A lady 747, you think they're gonna get to that? You think, because I don't remember hearing that as a part of his crimes. Do you think that they will actually get to the credit repair business? Because I believe that is that's a big deal. I believe that's a big deal, but I don't remember. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, if that's a part of what he's being charged with now, but because there's so much. There's just so much. So let me know if that's something that he's being that he is a part of, or what they're charging him to with. A lady 747 says, I'm working now, I can't stand a thief. Let me tell you, I honestly, it's one of those things that I can't stand either. Somebody that steals. Because, oh my God, when somebody steals something from you, it is the worst, especially when you know who did it. And and they're avoiding you, or they know that they did it. It is the worst feeling. You work hard for your stuff. I was on with Legacy Moon earlier, and I was explaining about the time that someone broke into my home. And probably one of the worst feelings that you could ever have is when somebody breaks into your home. If you've ever experienced that, then you know the feeling that I'm talking about. You feel violated, you know, you feel like it's a feeling that is just you have a hard time sleeping because you don't know if they coming back, especially if they didn't catch them. You don't know if they coming back. You don't know, if they're targeting you again. It's hard for you to leave the house again. You feel vulnerable after something like that happens. Now imagine that the person stealing from you is sleeping in the same bed on occasion, whenever he feels like it. Imagine when if that person is stealing from you and everybody around you. You can't trust. You now you got trust issues. So I think that it's interesting that you say that because I can't stand a thief either. Oh my God, is absolutely the worst. The absolute worst. Ban said he's a sociopathic career criminal. I think that's a very accurate description of him. We talked about this several times on this channel about about him being a sociopath, showing a different face to everybody that he talks to. Nobody knows the real Nesto. Nobody knows what he's really about. Nobody knows what he's really up to. We talked about the Nesto that Dre knows is different than the Nesto that Lamont knows. The Nesto that Lamont knows is different than the Nesto that Dion knows. Yeah. And he has made his way. And again, this is the reason why the gag order came about. The gag order came about because with all of what we do, and again, we as the collective, Native Tribe, I'm not gonna say I'm new to it because I've been following and watching, but I will say that there have been some really interesting content regarding Nesto from the likes of Nyla and Fran, and like I said, I could go on and on, but he don't want us to know all of that about him. Nesto has literally lived his life. It's like a double, triple life. And now it's being exposed by YouTube. And he hates that more than anything. He can't stand that. So, Ban, you are 1,000% correct. He is a sociopathic career criminal. Deborah C says, Shirley bought him the watches, red bottoms, etc. Hopefully, she was able to auction his stuff off. Interesting. Interesting. Where is Nesto's stuff? Huh. I don't know if she auctioned it off or sold it on eBay, or if it's still in that storage. Remember they had the storage that she was paying the bill on. So there's that. My friend V. Lenore is here. I have to sing because she be singing too. She be singing stuff too. So V. Lenore is in the building. How you doing, V. Lenore? I had to go to sleep on you last night. It was a lot. It was a lot. We got Stacy, that first twin, says credit repair is in there as it should be. I mean, think about it. If you have committed financial crimes, credit repair, you handing over all your personal information to this guy. You handing your personal information to this man who you don't know what he's going to do with it, and it takes a lot of trust to be able to hand over your information. And people were trusting this guy for whatever reason, with their personal stuff, not knowing what he could possibly do with it. So yes, if that is in there, I'm glad that that's in there. Nesto Shackles Shuffle Walk of Shame got flames in the chat. How you doing today? Ms. Kim said trying to repair people's credit while destroying Shirley's. Lord have mercy. Right. The audacity, right? The audacity. Ms. Mad About Music says that was the reason he was arrested. Credit repair charge is the first charge. Okay, cool. Excuse me. Deborah C said, yes, violation. Absolutely. A lady 740 says sleeping with the enemy. Right. That's bad. That's bad. I mean, trust is so important in relationship, man. You got to have trust. If you don't have nothing else, the love is there. But if you love somebody that you can't trust, that's hard. That's just hard, and it's heartbreaking. So as much as I'm not a Shirley Strawberry fan, and I say that all the time, as much as I'm not a Shirley Strawberry fan, I feel for her in that case. Like, you sharing a house, you sharing intimate moments, you sharing your bed, your body with somebody that doesn't mean you any good. Man, man. And obviously, she had all the good in the world for him. Mm, but she never got it back. She never got it back from him. Even on her birthday. Remember that little bitty ass birthday cake? Remember that little bitty shit? That was like, I don't know, an inch away from being a damn cupcake. Remember that? I know it might not be the size of the cake, it's the thought that counts. But at the same time, was there really a thought into that? Knowing what we know about him now, because it seemed like knowing what we know about Nesto Williams now, that was the bare minimum that he wanted to do for her birthday. It's all about context. It's all about context. That girl is here. She says, hello, that girl. Southside Chi-Town 73. Hey, Native and Tribe, driving in the bushes. Please drive safely, Southside Chi-Town. We want you to make it to and from your destination. Miss Boogie Down got flames in the chat. My Reddit says, years ago, my apartment was broke into. I was not comfortable anymore. Moved the next month. It does that to you. Somebody that you don't know was in your space. They were in your space uninvited. That thought kind of like messes with you. It messes with you for a while. So absolutely. Dimples Wumples is reminding us please hit the mother-loving like button. Simply Me says, someone broke into my car. I was crying at 6 a.m. They didn't steal anything, just ransacked it. Simply Me, somebody broke in my car and stole my whole radio out. Hurt my damn feelings. I was so mad, but even that feeling, like, it doesn't have to be breaking into your house. I mean, breaking into any private space that's yours, is a violation. Which is why I don't understand why people don't understand the trauma that comes along with RNSA, because when you violate somebody's home and enter it, I as a man understand feeling vulnerable in that situation. I can't imagine somebody doing that to my personal body and what that must do. So I think that that's the reason why we in this country need to have a broader conversation about the trauma that accompanies SA and R when it happens, to both men and women. But I think that there's such that we are so dismissive of those things that we don't really realize what that must be like. Because if that's how I feel about my car, if that's how I feel about my home, man, my body, somebody unwanted within that space of mine. That's my personal space that I've had and owned and take ownership since I was born. Wow. Yeah. So I do think that we do need to have that conversation in a more broader sense in this country. Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mystery says that storage wasn't paid for. He ain't got that stuff no more. Legacy Moon, what they do with it? What did they do with it? That's what I want to know. Was it real? Stacy, that first twin, says he wanted to spread his narrative, but it all backfired. Now they want to shut everybody down. Yeah, exactly. He wanted to tell his story. And when we wasn't buying it, now all of a sudden it's a problem. But the thing is that the trial is not going to happen on Facebook. It's not going to happen on YouTube. It's not going to happen on Instagram. The trial is going to happen in a court of law. I think it's funny when I think about this whole gag order. I think about, if you all have seen The Wire, y'all know I'm a huge Wire fan, right? I think about season 1 when McNulty is in the back of the court and they're having the trial for Bird, and Omar is testifying against Bird. And if you all have seen The Wire, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, McNulty's in the back of the court. Stringer Bell, played by Idris Elba, comes up to him, and Omar. The funny thing is that Omar is indeed lying. Like, Omar is lying about Bird, who supposedly, he saw the guns and everything. And so Stringer Bell walks up to McNulty and he says, streets say that Bird was over here. Streets say this and this, and streets say this and this, and Omar lying. And McNulty looks up at Stringer Bell and he says, funny thing, String, this ain't the streets. This is a court of law. I think about that when it comes to this whole thing with Nesto. Like, YouTube can say whatever YouTube want. YouTube is not a court of law. The trial is not happening on my platform. It's not happening on V. Lenore's platform. It's not happening on Legacy Moon's platform. It's happening at the Fulton County Courthouse. If there's anybody that you need to convince that you are innocent, it's them people. It's them people. Simply Me, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, imagine Nesto riding around looking for his next mark through their tag number. That's scary. It is, right? This man is a danger. And, I thought it was kind of funny when Sonya continually tried to play that down. Like, who he a danger to? Who he threatened? This man is dangerous. You read his charges. You read his charges, Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III. You read his charges. You cannot read those charges and not understand how the state thinks that this man is a threat, because he is. It's insane, the things that he has done and the things that he has pulled off with a straight face, and can sit and try to justify it all. So absolutely, Simply Me, that is absolutely frightening. Shay B says, hey, Native Mods, tribal members, chat, and the bushes. Hey, Shay B, so glad that you are here today. Van says, you preach a native, my body is my personal space. Exactly. And again, the trauma that comes along with that violation, I think that we don't explore enough or understand enough. Because we constantly hear, and Sonya has said it herself. Well, if it happened, how come you didn't go to the police? If this happened, why did it? And why does he? And she was so happy. She wasn't intimidated. She wasn't, because she doesn't understand trauma. She doesn't understand how when your personal is violated in that way, you're not hopping up to go run tell the police because of everything that comes along with that. So yes, it is your personal space. And and I think that we as a collective have to really understand what people go through with that. Obsessed with the mess, how are you doing? So glad that you're here. She has flames in the chat. Tam says, hey everyone, and she also has flames in the chat. Ban says, do you recall Nesto telling Sonya 2 times to purchase and send him the book, The Art of Seduction? I do remember that, and I thought that The Art of Seduction was a weird book to have while you're incarcerated. I'm just saying. I mean, who we seducing in the jail? Why are we seducing in the jail? Are we trying to get the Zuzus and Wham Whams that bad? I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know. Maybe the book is a book on how to survive in jail and seduce the guards and to give you some extra cereal for sausage, or maybe some extra sausage for the cereal. I mean, I'm just saying, I think that yeah, it's kind of a weird title, but I do remember him asking for for that book. Yes. Us seniors need love too says I'm a survivor and Sonya makes me want to smack the ish out of her. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not. And she make me wanna do something to it too, because it's so insensitive. And to think that the reason why, now this is a woman saying this. This is coming from the mouth of a woman who has daughters, who has granddaughters, you know what I mean? Who's in this situation with young girls. And she is espousing this. Do you remember her saying that she tells her daughter not to ever tell on a man, or not to ever get a man in trouble, or whatever she said in that instance? So what she's basically saying is that she's promoting, this misogynistic, like, idea of men are always innocent. It's always the woman's fault. So don't you ever tell. What message does that send? Because if something actually happens to Sydney, what is Sydney going to do based on what her mama has already told her? She's an awful role model. And honestly, I'll say this, I'll say this to the end. She's an awful person. Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III is an awful person. And yes, you have every right as a survivor to feel like that about her. Absolutely. X Complicated says, hello, Native and everyone. I just came in to support and hit the like. Thank you so much for that. I'm in the clouds listening. Thanks for giving us a safe space. That is exactly what this is. You are with your tribe. This is a safe space. We are here for each other. We're here to support each other, and we're here for that safe space. So I'm glad you feel like that. I'm glad, because that's the atmosphere I want to foster here. So thank you so much for supporting. Thank you for being here and even being in the clouds. Devil's Mumble said the audacity of Nesto to be an impotent deviant. Does take a lot of nerve, Dimples Wumples, I must say. PW says, and a weird book to have with the RICO charges he has. Right, exactly. Eerie Vibes says, I'm in the bushes. Hi, everyone. Hey, Eerie Vibes, how you doing? Soundchecker Neck is here. She's got flames in the chat. Simply Me says, just on the statistics, Sonia's sister, nieces, daughters, or granddaughters have been a victim, and she doesn't even know it, and probably never will, because they now know she will not believe them. Going back to what X Complicated says, X2 Complicated, I'm sorry. Going back to what she just said. And what she just said is very important. Let's not overlook the importance of safe spaces. Okay? Let's not overlook the importance of having a safe space. Are we, as individuals, providing a safe space? Sonya does not. Just by her rhetoric and her attitude, we already know. And I mean, and look at the love that she has for this evil-minded, dual-minded individual. Okay? We know that she's not providing a safe space for anyone. So you bring up an amazing point, Simply Me. The statistics show that by her having a sister, a niece, her nieces, her daughter, granddaughters, that at least one of them, there's a good chance that there has been some sort of SA, some, heaven forbid, R. But that's what the statistics show, that this happens at such an alarming rate. Does Sonya seem like the type of person, as a mother, as an aunt, as a sister, as a grandmother, does she give you the vibe that she would provide a safe space for any of these people? Absolutely not. I mean, unless I'm reading the room incorrectly, but I'm saying absolutely not. I don't believe that she does. So, I think that it's important that we do provide that, a judgment free zone, you know, someplace where, because let me tell you what my mama did before we even had the term safe spaces, right? My mama always told me that if anybody ever did anything to me, she said, let me just tell you this, can't none of them whoop me. She said, my mama let me know that I could tell her anything because whoever I was telling on could not whoop her. And to this day, I still don't believe they can. All these years later, I think my mama would be undefeated against any of them. But what it did in my mind as a kid, as a young child, it let me know that she had my back. See, we call it safe spaces now, but it let me know back then that if anybody even tried me, that I had a mama that was going to stand on business and it wasn't going to go no further and she was going to handle that. Now, what I don't get from Sonya is that. And that's sad. That's sad because, as Simply Me has pointed out, the statistics show that that's necessary. Very necessary. Linda Gibbs is here. Linda Gibbs, how are you? She says, good Sunday afternoon, Native Tribe Urban Media. How you doing, Linda Gibbs? Glad that you are here. Ban says, by the way, Sonya thinks about women and girls versus men. No, she does not. She doesn't provide a safe space. I wouldn't want her as a mother. She doesn't protect her daughters. No, she doesn't. She doesn't. And honestly, as a mom, that should be like the first line of defense. That should be the first line of defense. Anything happens, to Sydney or even Tomas, because let's not pretend like it doesn't happen to boys. Let's not do that. Let's keep it all the way real and know that it does happen to young men and to boys. That violation happens as well. But as a mother in general, you can tell just by the way she talks that no, she would not provide that safe space. Eerie Vibe says minors are unsafe with Sonya. I would say so. Has she not proven that already? Has she not shown us being on the phone, letting Nesto's phone call take priority over her grandchild, if that was her grandchild that she was babysitting? Because those of us that heard it, I promise you, she threw that little baby into a room and just let the baby sit there and cry while she talked to her boyfriend on the phone. Like an irresponsible teenager babysitting. Just the baby was there, then all of a sudden the baby wasn't there. You know, she's already shown us, who she is when it comes to children and the way that she thinks that little girls can be too grown. How many times have we heard that? How many times have we heard the adultification of little girls? Sonya believes in that. So, Eerie Vibes, you're 100% correct. She does not. Simply Me says she actually replied to one of my comments on her YouTube videos that she would have Nestor around her granddaughter and the baby because he hasn't shown any signs of being a predator. Well, if you're not looking for it, or if you don't know what to look for, I guess she might be right. If you're so blinded by being in love with Nesto and you're my everything, I love your knees and I love the way you walk and I love the way you talk and I love your country accent and I love your country ways and I love this and I love that. If you got all that going on, nah, you ain't gonna see it. You ain't gonna see it. She don't want to see it. And honestly, with her ignorance, I don't think she know what to look for anyway. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that she don't mind him being around. But the bottom line is that she is a danger. Absolutely. Make it rain says, good afternoon, everyone. Hello, make it rain, NYC, Florida. Virtuous Center says, remember when Ernest told Sonya her kids should be proud she is their mom simply because of the way she looks. That was a strange thing to say. Um, the psychosis of this woman is really deep. She has a lot of issues. Um, she has a lot of things kind of kind of going on inside that has a lot to do with her self-esteem, um, her wanting so desperately to be white. She's not. Uh, her like really weird self-image. Like it's cool to think that you look good or whatever, but she takes it to an extreme. And her thing is like the extreme of hers is she has to always like compare herself to other people. She has to always like I don't know, it's just really weird, her whole thing. So I don't know. It's just weird, isn't it? It's just weird the way she looks because she's young. Now, trust me, my mama for her age looks really good. I ain't gonna lie, but that's not why I'm proud she's my mom. You know what I mean? I'm proud of the way that she was a wife to my dad. I'm proud of the way that she raised me. I'm proud of the things that she taught me. Growing up, this is what makes me proud of everything that she sacrificed. For me to be who I am and to get to be the type of person that I am. That's why I'm proud of my mom. And I think a lot of you all can say the same thing about you and the way you were raised, even if it wasn't by a mother, if it was a grandmother or aunt or whatever woman that you had in your life. It wasn't about the way they looked. Some of us would not be here without their prayers. Some of us wouldn't be here without their sacrifice and their efforts and the love. That's what I'm proud of. And the fact that she doesn't have that to offer, or that her kids do not have that to say about her, is is it's sad. It really is. Linda Gibbs says, how old is Smokey? Because my niece has a male cat named Brody who needs a friend. Okay, I see you, Linda Gibbs, trying to hook up Smokey. Smokey is 16. I'm not sure if Smokey is really interested in in a cat friend. I don't know that to be the case, but I'm just saying, like, she don't really seem like the social type. Put it like that. Now, don't get me wrong, because y'all be saying she look mean. She's the sweetest cat ever. I just can't see her dealing with another cat. But that's an interesting comment. Tell Brody I said hello. The Duchess says Sonya does not regard herself highly enough to provide a safe space for herself, not past nor present. We all know if you don't love, care for you, you lack the ability to do so for others. Duchess, thank you for this comment. It is absolutely true. You have to be able to love for you. You got to be able to love. And not only that, Duchess, I'm going to add this to what you just said. Forgive. I think that so many of us have such issue forgiving ourselves for the things that we did, for the mistakes that we've made. Because sometimes we look at our mistakes, and the only thing that we see when we look at our lives are the mistakes that we made. I think to some degree, Sonya does that too. So if you can't forgive yourself, you can't forgive others. You know, I think that the love has to be there for yourself. You got to care for you in order to care for others. And what's really crazy is that from what I understand that's supposed to kick in with motherhood, but we've seen that that's not the case. So I think that you raise a very good point that she doesn't regard herself highly enough to be able to provide that safe space. She doesn't have the bandwidth for a safe space because she's never given herself a safe space. Awesome, awesome point. And I would say to anyone who feels that they're in that situation, forgive you. Forgive you. It doesn't have to be a big thing. Just forgive yourself. We've all made those mistakes. Trust me, I have too. When I look back over my life, I think about some of the things I did, and boy, listen, stuff could have came out completely different. Your boy wouldn't be sitting here right now doing the Native Tribe show if things had taken a different turn. But I forgave myself for those mistakes. Man, learn from them because that's important. But what's also important is that you forgive yourself for those things too. April B says, "Hey everyone." Erie Vibe said her daughter was with an old man when she was 18, 19 years old. That's interesting. Van says, "I don't hang around anyone who's unsafe and wouldn't allow my children to do so. I also warn my friends and family." Make It Rain says, "I believe it too, Native. The baby was in another room, right? That was so crazy to me, and not for any other reason except to talk to. She couldn't hear her incarcerated boyfriend. So you throw the baby into a room. We heard it. Nah, this woman is terrible. This woman is absolutely terrible." Shirley's divorce paper says, "Hey, Chad, I'm back." Shirley's divorce paper, shouldn't you be filed somewhere right now? Like, didn't we settle this whole thing, Shirley divorce papers? Didn't we get? You should be filed away right now. Am I wrong? You still running around these YouTube streets? I think Shirley's divorce papers should be filed away. I mean, I'm glad you're here, but I'm just saying, I don't want nothing to foul up. We done been through a lot to get through the divorce, Shirley's divorce papers. We don't need for you to fly away or nothing like that. Book Nerd says, "Good afternoon, Tribe." Good afternoon, Book Nerd. Thank you for coming in. It is Sunday, and of course, it is a Strawberry Sunday. So what are we talking about today? We talking about what happens now. What's the aftermath? What did we just see? What was this whole marriage debacle? We're also checking in with our people across the country that have had to deal with this hurricane. So welcome, Book Nerd. Thank you so much for being here. A senior Need Love too says her head is in the sand when it comes to Nesto. That liquid V in them toys got her twisted. Look, I know we talk about this, and I know we laugh about this, and I know we joke about this all the time. But I'm gonna keep it 1,000 times simpler than this. Okay, for me, as much as we emphasize the liquid V and the whole and all the dildos and the whole thing with the set, look, we could talk about that. But I'm gonna tell you this: Sonya only needed attention. The only thing Sonya needed was for somebody to pay her some attention. Sonya has been attention seeking her whole life. And when we look over everything and every story, see the thing about what we do here in these YouTube streets is we listen to what you say. So the stories that she's told about her relationships, the stories that we've heard her tell us about her past and the things that she's done and these things that seem seemingly normal and harmless to her, and we listen to them in like, what the fuck? Like, we listen to them in that manner. See, we learn a lot about Sonya. At least I have. And what I've learned about her is that what she has desired the most is attention. What she never got the most was attention. And I feel like Nesto came along and paid her some attention. Yes, they had sex, and it was probably nasty because look at her. But at the same time, I feel like the simplest thing that she needed was for somebody to pay her attention, somebody to not necessarily like treat her like she was sexy, but just tell her that she was sexy. You know, all of these things. I mean, and it's just super, super, super simple. That's all she really wanted was attention. The rest of it to me, I mean, is a bonus. that's the gravy on top. But man, a dude that actually treated her like she actually belonged, that's all she really wanted. I promise. I promise. Virtual Center says, I don't want Ernest around my kids and I am child free. Oh, Lord, have mercy. You ain't lying. You don't even want him around potential kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't. Oh, man. Simply Me says, I wouldn't trust Nesto around a goldfish. Fortunately for you, Simply Me, he ain't allowed around goldfish. He ain't allowed around no animals. The animals cannot be in his presence. So you lucked out on that one. Kimmy K says, how did Sonya and Nesto really meet? So the actual story, from what I understand and what I gather from, you got to kind of read between the lines. It was at a gas station, and it was something that was going on. They met. They got on the back of the RV, and if I'm not mistaken, they had sex the next day. It was the very next day that they had sex, and it went from there. Honestly, I've always thought that it was just a one night stand that went bad because we got her searching for him, literally like 5 weeks of searching for him after this. I don't think Nesto really wanted to have nothing else to do with her after that encounter with her, but it just so happens that now she's a useful idiot. She's a useful idiot in trying to help him with his case, which, joke's on you, Nesto, she actually has made your case worse. So again, piecing it all together just based on what she said, I believe that's how that happened. If there's anyone else in the chat that can, like, fill in the blanks for me if I got any of that incorrect, just let me know. But yeah, I believe that's that's what that means. Dimples Wimples, don't start. Native doesn't want to be a cat grandpa. I mean, it might be kind of cool to be a cat grandpa. I'm just saying, I don't know how Smokey would feel about it. That's all I'm saying. It's not about me, Dimples Wimples. It's not about me, okay? Shirley's divorce paper said that's her problem. She's still hanging on to the anger she felt when her mom left them, and she can't love herself nor her kids. And you know what? You're right. And here's the thing about it. The thing about it is that she's not going to get help for those feelings. She doesn't even go to a doctor. She doesn't even have a primary care doctor. She goes to the emergency room. So if she treats her own physical body like that, what do you think she's going to do with her mental health? She doesn't care about her physical health. So her mental health definitely is going to fall by the wayside. She doesn't care about that, you know? And she's probably one of those people that doesn't even believe in mental health. She's probably one of those, if you listen to her talk, to believe in that. So yeah, that is exactly what her problem is. But the issue is she's never going to get help. She's never going to get help for that. Linda Gibbs says Shirley will be shouting freedom like Mel Gibson's character in Braveheart. Yes, indeed. Shirley's divorce paper also says she detached from her kids. She don't know how to love because she was never taught that. She raised herself. Good point. All good points. And I think one of the things that I love about this point that you're making is that it's a blueprint. It's a lesson. It's what not to do as a parent, because we've all heard there is no guidebook to being a parent. You kind of got to fill it out. But when you look at the way that Sonya Durham Waller Jackson III has maintained her life, and you look at the chaos that's around her, it's a life lesson on what not to be as a parent. And I think that's important as well. Dimples Wimple says, I think her mom leaving left an empty hole in her heart, and that's why she turned out the way she did, in my opinion. You are absolutely correct. Ray Della Lewis says, if you knew then what you know now. Absolutely. My goodness. What a what a simple yet profound statement, Ray Della Lewis. Thank you for that. Ms. Mad about music, about the baby. Yep, we heard it. Poor baby. Oh man. My heart just went out for this kid. I'm like, who leaves their child with Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III? Do they not know her? Do they not know her character? since she always talking about character. Muffin 218 got flames in the chat. Thank you so much. Simply Me said, but what is Sonya villain origin story? Here's the thing about a villain. We learn this as a writer. When you write characters, when you write for a story, you understand that a villain is not inherently evil. What a villain is someone with a twisted point of view. So let's take Darth Vader. For those of us that have seen Star Wars and are familiar with Darth Vader, in his heart of hearts, thinks that he's doing the right thing from his perspective. So the origin of a villain is really rooted in what made them have that perspective. When I say I'm writing letters from the other side, when I say the other side for me is the same side that we're on. See, Nesto has his point of view. He thinks that it's okay to scam these people. He thinks that it's okay to steal everything. Sonya thinks that it's okay to out victims. Sonya thinks that it's okay to call black women bitter bitches. She thinks that all these things are okay. And she thinks that because of what's happening or what has happened to her. So her point of view has gotten skewed. And that skewing is what causes people to be villains. See, we looked at Saddam Hussein as a villain, but Saddam Hussein thought he was doing what was right for his country. He thought he was taking what was his. He thought that what was his was being stolen. So it's all about perspective when we talk about villains versus heroes. Even if we look at, our Marvel and we look at Thanos. Thanos thought he was doing what was right for the universe. He said there was too many people. It was too much. We could have more resources if we got rid of 50% of the people. He snapped away 50% of the people and broke a lot of people's hearts. People lost loved ones. See, he didn't think that deeply about it. He thought he was doing what was right. So I think that, the root of her origin story is the root of what hurt her. The root of what made her look at the world the way she looks at the world. And I think if we go there, that's her origin story. Book Nerd says, much love to you, Book Nerd. Eerie Vibe says, we have to find that audio. She was so evil to that defenseless baby. Yeah, it was one of those weird, I can't remember when or how that call came out, because I want to say that was on her channel, if I'm not mistaken, one of the calls that she tried to put out. But I'm not sure, Eerie Vibes. That's been a minute ago. So you're right, though. That would be worth looking into a little bit further. Lady Janice says, hey, as quiet as it's kept, Sonya may be a victim and she was told the man is right. I have been saying that I would be interested in having a conversation with her because something ain't right. Lady Janice, I feel like if you attempted to have a conversation with her, a civilized conversation with her, she would shut down. I just don't feel like she would open up. The infamous V. Lenore interview with Sonya is proof of that. V. Lenore was courteous. She was kind. She let Sonya speak. She didn't cut her off. She wasn't rude. She tried to have a very civil conversation with Sonya. It didn't work. Sonya hung up in her face. Because in the midst of all of the niceties, in the midst of all of the, of the generosity with the time, and I'm gonna let you finish, and all these other things, Sonya wasn't trying to hear the truth that V was giving her. And V was giving her a lot of very basic foundational truths. Lying by omission is still lying. So you can't say that this man has never lied to you. That's a very simple fact. Sonya shut down. So I think that you might be on to something. The key is, how do you reach somebody that doesn't want to be reached? So again, I really do believe that she wouldn't hear you out. You know, I could be wrong, but I just by based on what I've seen her do in a setting like that, I don't know. But listen, I applaud you for wanting to do that. I really do. I mean, that's pretty dope. But hold on, y'all. All right, we good. Had a little bit of a technical issue for a quick second, but we're good. But thank you, Lady Janice. I think that's awesome that you would be trying to get to the bottom of what's going on. Us seniors need love too. So I see your point. The common denominator is needing attention. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we can make it salacious. We can make it be about her and an insatiable love life. But I just think it's simpler than that. I really do. Stacy, that first twin says Nesto is in fact a scammer. He played his role in its entirety. He stuck to that motto: winners never quit and quitters never win. But they do get caught. Absolutely, they do. Lady Janice says Sonya is too manipulative, mean, bitter, hateful, and blinded by her own traits. She is a danger to herself. You are absolutely right. The Real VB, Law and Order. Hey, the Real VB, glad that you are here. She always saying she lucked up with Tomas, but he sure didn't. You are 1000% correct. Janetta is here. Hey, Janetta, I don't know if I spoke to you or not, but if I did not, hello. Welcome to the tribe. Thank you for hanging out with us on this Sunday. It is a Strawberry Sunday. And we are here hanging out talking about Shirley Strawberry and the aftermath of what she went through with Nesto and his little zesty dude of a girlfriend named Sonya. Janetta says, I wonder if mental issues run in Sonya's family. Good question. Her brother has some interesting opinions on the justice system as well. That's what you call that? Her brother is a nutcase. He told Nesto that he was kidnapped by the system. Exactly. That's not regular stuff. That's not a regular thing to say. He's one of those sovereign citizen dudes that think that like he's a sovereign citizen and doesn't need a driver's license or doesn't have to have insurance because he's a U.S. citizen and blah blah blah. He one of them people. It's kind of like a corporate hotep. It's interesting. They got their own philosophy on everything in the country. And that speech that he gave to Nesto was insane. Nobody believes that, and it's not true. So all that about the judge, you can ask the judge for his insurance. Oh my God, that's awful. But yeah, I don't know if that's mental issues or if they're just dumb. Like how some people are just dumb. I'm just saying, like it could be that. When I heard Quentin talk on that call, I was like, Quentin kind of stupid. He's just dumb. So I think that might be it, but it could be some mental. You never know. But that's not what I gathered. I just gathered that he was just stupid. So Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mystery says Sonya received therapy in the back office of the strip club. Not to be messy, did she receive therapy or did she give therapy? That's all. I'm just gonna be devil's advocate on that one. I'm just saying it seemed like back office is where you give the therapy to the people that come back there for a certain price. I'm just saying, this is all speculative. I'm just asking the question. I'm just saying. The Real VB, Law and Order Certified, says Nyla calls her the undocumented baby. That's a stripper's baby from Sydney's Job. Just a mess. Yeah. Either way, we shouldn't be 5 feet within Sonya Waller Durham Jackson III. Not at all. But yeah, that is the undocumented baby. You're absolutely correct. Yes. Stacy, that first twin, said no, it was a PCFP audio call. I wouldn't watch her channel. I know, but I'm thinking something happened. and I wasn't watching her channel either, but I think either Fran or Nyla was playing the calls that she called herself um recording herself, and it seemed like and I might be 1,000% wrong, but it seemed like that's what that was. But Stacy, that first twin, I might have to look and see what I can find on that in the archives of the phone calls from prison. Shout out to Shay and phone calls from prison for bringing all of this light onto these ridiculous people. Boys Nana says, hello, Tribe family. I'm glad to be here. I love my Tribe family. Well, Boys Nana, we got that in common because I love my Tribe family too. Y'all really, really, really make my day. All right. Okay, so here's the deal. Make it rain, NYC, Florida. Let me just clear this up. Okay. There is nothing wrong with my mouth. I'm gonna say it again. Nothing is wrong with it. It's fine. It is fine. Within the proximity of the mouse and my keyboard and the microphone, you just heard it. That's all. You just heard it moving. There's nothing wrong with it. All right? Okay? I promise I love y'all. Y'all make me laugh. But there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. Nothing at all. Okay. All right. Glad we got that. Glad that we got that together. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Vic to the Veil is here. Look at Vic to the Veil. You done changed your avatar and everything. Okay. Vic to the Veil says Sonya seems like she was super cute when she was younger and found out that men like her petite aesthetic, but a feisty attitude. It was cute at the time. Now she's middle-aged and is weird. Yeah, that's kind of true. I kind of feel like that too. I kind of feel like she just got stuck. Like, it's just like Arrested Development. She just got stuck right there in that place. And a lot of times they say that's what happens to people that experience trauma, is that the age that you are when the trauma happens, that's the age that you stay mentally. And it seems like that, doesn't it? Victor the Veil, it seems like that's what happened. That's where she is, and she's stuck there. There's nothing that she can do about it. I mean, there is, but she ain't gonna do nothing about it because she does think it's cute. That's interesting. A lady 747 says, I've seen sovereign citizens argue their cases in court. They always sound stupid and they always lose. If the sovereign citizen concept is new to anybody in the chat, if you've never heard anybody like actually speak on this in those terms, number one, you can go back and listen to Sonya's brother on that one call where he tells Nesto that he's being kidnapped. But there's also a lot of people online that, there's a lot of resources online for sovereign citizens, and like instead of paying for car insurance, they have this thing where they're like, you can get this and you can put it in your car. And when the police pull you over and ask you about your insurance, you can just tell them that you're a sovereign citizen of the United States and that you don't need insurance in order to drive because you are a sovereign. It's crazy, the stuff that's out there. But yeah, you can actually look that stuff up. And they word it in a way that makes it make sense. But at the end of the day, we're governed by laws. And if you try into that bullshit, you go, like a lady 747 said, you gonna always lose. But that's interesting. Yeah, those are some interesting folks. They really are. They really, really are. Sonya Durham Waller Jackson III is in the building, and she says Quentin isn't stupid. He attended the same school as Dr. Umar, which means that Quentin is stupid. Thank you for confirming, Sonya Durham Waller Jackson III, about your brother. Something is wrong. Sonya Durham Waller Jackson III, quoting the great American poet Mystical. She says, I heard you were looking for me. Here I go. Commercial break. Please show love to the show, you can support the chat. Excuse me, let me get this right. You can support the channel. You can support the platform. You can support me. This is my Cash App on the screen. You can also go through super chats. You can support the channel just by being here whenever I hit the go live button, which you are. Thank you so much. Your presence is my presence. I got some good stuff coming for y'all. I promise. I got some good stuff coming for y'all. I got some members only stuff that's happening. I'm going to open up some history. We're gonna do some forgotten history. So be on the lookout for those. Got some more letters coming. I got all kind of stuff coming, and I'm trying to just like release it all bit by bit. But I am working on it for you guys because I want you all to be as entertained as possible, being a part of the tribe. That's going to be good. But thank you all for your support. I really, really, really do appreciate it. I can't thank you enough. Boys Nana said, how you know about the back room? I'm just saying, look, Boys Nana, don't start. Don't start. I'm saying allegedly. I'm saying what makes sense to me. I ain't say I knew what happened back there. It just seemed like if Sonya was back there in the back room of the strip club. She said she worked in the back office. What the hell you do in the back office of the strip club? It is a cash business. The hell you do in the back office that they need you to stay back there all night long? That's all I'm saying, boys. Now I wasn't there. You know, like I said, this is all speculation. Don't put me into it. All right, don't put words in my mouth. I'm just saying, if Sonya was back there, could nothing good be happening? That's all. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Make it rain. I didn't do anything. I haven't touched the mouse this entire time. Make it rain. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for the super chat. And she says, "Here's to the mouse fun." Thank you, though. Don't think I don't appreciate it. All I'm saying is I haven't even touched it today. But listen, make it rain. You know, you make me slap. You make me smile. You know, you make me laugh. That is hilarious. Thank you so much for your support. And then we got the real VB Law and Order with the super chat, and she says, "Thank you, thank you, the real VB. I appreciate your support. It all counts, and I appreciate you." Book Nerd says the tribe is bout it. Yes, indeed, Book Nerd. The tribe is bout it. I'm so glad that you know that, and I'm so glad that you are a part of the tribe. 504 says, "Play Daryl Brooks if you want to." Yeah, I might have to. I might, yeah. 504, you know I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Honey B61 says, "I agree on the trauma thing, but Sonya says she never had many friends when young. Maybe her ability to flip on folk and tell their business was why." Yeah, I can't imagine. Can you imagine Sonya having a best friend? She doesn't seem like the best friend type, you know. Doesn't seem like the type that you could trust with a secret. Doesn't seem the type that would give you good advice when you need it. Doesn't seem like the type that would be there for you, you know, because I mean, hell, the woman sleeps like 13, 14 hours a day. So, you know, if you needed something from her, you would have to have the emergency happen within like a certain period of time. And that's not how emergencies work. That's why they're emergencies. So she doesn't seem like the type that would be like the best friend that you could possibly have at all. So I think you're right about that. You know, but the woman definitely, and maybe look, I don't know, maybe, just maybe, at the end of all of this, when Nesto does get his time, because there's no way in the hell this man is ever getting out of prison or out of jail, he's gone. Maybe that will give her the latitude to get that help. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen. But what I am saying is that distraction of Ernesto Williams will be gone. I don't really feel like she's going to take the effort to, you know, to really try to see him or be with him or love him down in the same way once he gets sentenced. So maybe this is the room that she needs to grow. Who knows? I think she's a horrible person. I think she won't do it, and I think she won't do it for selfish reasons. But you know, there's always hope. Victor DeVille says sovereigns say they are traveling and not operating a commercial motor vehicle, so they don't need registration or insurance. That's the language, Victor DeVille. You are 100% correct. That is what they say. And they have this kit that you can order. I forgot how much it costs, but it basically has what you just said printed on cards that whenever they get pulled over by the police, they're supposed to hand it to them because they also don't believe in buying license plates either. No, I kid you all not. They don't believe in buying license plates either. So they're riding around in a license plate free car without registration, and when the police pull them over, they're supposed to give them this bullshit speech about them traveling and they're not operating a vehicle and all this other stuff, and it's supposed to fly. And I can imagine, you all know that that shit does not work. Janetta says the sovereign citizens don't need a driver's license either, right? Because of reasons. Yeah, that make no sense. Pinocchio, the perfectionist in checkers, says, hey, all, how are you doing, Pinocchio? Good to see you here. Book Nerd says, it's hilarious to hear them argue. It takes a lot not to laugh. Man, I don't even try not to laugh. Like, I've heard people talk about this, and it's funny to me. It is absolutely funny to me. Obsessed with the Mess says, can we get some member emojis, V Junior? Look, don't talk about me and V at the same time. Um, I'm working on it. I'm working on that. I'm working on a lot of different stuff, and it's just taking me a minute. But yes, obsessed with the mess. There will be member emojis. Yes, it's gonna happen. Promise. I promise. Houston Foodie is in the house. Yes, indeed. Houston Foodie. I was just telling them about the interview that you posted with the lady in California that had her dealings with Ernesto. I listened to that yesterday, and it is super super interesting what she had to say and all the tie-ins. And you did a really great job with that. So again, for those that might have missed my earlier advertising for Houston Foodie, go to Houston Foodie's page and check out that interview. She does a lot of good work on this Nesto Shirley Strawberry universe. So definitely go check her out. But I'm glad that you're here, Houston Foodie. Thank you for dropping through. Jackson Tabasco, have I called your name today? I don't think I have. But Jackson Tabasco wants you to please remember to hit the thumbs up. Please like the video. Your likes go a long way with the YouTube algorithm, and it helps my stuff get seen. And look, I love you for it. Thank you very much. Dimples Wimples says I'm working on overtime, so please support the channel. Yes, indeed. Dimples Wimples is working hard. 504 says, how do I get out of the furnace? Santa Claus is a black man, but I'm not. It's hiding here. Look, 504. The rules are not as strict with the tribe. We do believe in forgiveness. Come, my child, come out of the furnace. We don't want you to get too charred because it is hot. So come on out. It's all good. It's all good. GC says, hey, all high native. Hey, GC, how you doing? Glad that you could make it through. Miss HLS says, you know what it's for. Thank you, Miss HLS. There's nothing wrong with my mouse. There's nothing wrong with it. But thank you so much for supporting me, supporting the platform. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shirley's divorce paper says she has no friends. How could she? I can't imagine her having a friend. Like, for real. Obsessed with the mess says Ernest is her best friend. Remember, yeah, we see how that's working out. 504 says she's horrible. Man, 504, did you know that there is a podcast called Horrible Decisions, and it's spelled just like you just spelled it? And it's hosted by these two women who who basically talk about their sex lives. If you all have not, it's very entertaining. It's very well done, and actually you can learn a lot from it. It's called Horrible Decisions. Y'all should really check that out. But that reminded me of that when you spelled it that way, 504. So yes. Um, Jackson Tabasco says thank you all for supporting the channel, and I echo that emotion. Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mystery says sovereign citizens also charge the police a fee for pulling them over. I had no idea. I had no idea that they did that. Drop the membership link, Native. I will drop the membership link, V. Lenore. Let me see if I can get it real quick. Hold on. While I'm doing that, while I am doing that, look, I want to talk to y'all. I want to talk to y'all. We haven't spoken in a minute. Thank you for that, Houston Foodie. I appreciate that. I will definitely check that out. But I do want to talk to y'all, so I do want to drop the link so that we can talk. We want to chat. We can chat Shirley Strawberry. We can talk about all those issues associated with that. But I want to know what's on your mind. It's been a minute. I feel like, am I wrong? I'm not wrong. It's been a minute, right? Yeah, it absolutely has. So I want to talk to you guys. So I'm going to drop the link. Not going to panel today. Just want to get you guys, opinions about things, and just hear your voice, man. I miss y'all, man. You know, work has been kind of preventing me from being able to get to you guys during the week like I want to. But I am always going to keep this Sunday appointment with you guys so that we can definitely chop it up. If you consider this the end of the week, if you consider this the end of the weekend, or just the beginning of the week, hey, let's talk about it all. Let's get it all out of chest. So definitely, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Allegedly in harm, and I'm not skipping your comments. Am I missing them? Hold on, let me go back. Because allegedly in harm, I don't do you like that. I don't do that. Let me see if I can find your comment that you're referring to. Let me see. I'm looking in Harmon. Okay, all right. I do see is Sonya spirit animal is a cat. Interesting, because she does sleep a lot. Huh. But cats are generally adorable, though. And Sonya is not adorable, like, at all. Like, she's the least adorable thing probably walking the planet right now. Um, but that's interesting. I'll put some thought into that. Drop the membership link, Mr. Nasty Man. I don't know why you're talking to me in that manner, Lenore. I don't know. I'm not sure why that's necessary. I'm just saying. I mean, thought we was better than that, but apparently we're not. And that makes me sad. Okay, look, membership link is coming up momentarily. In the meantime, as Mr. Nasty Man, is getting that link, I'm going to bring to the stage the one, the only, like, Legacy Moon. What is going on over there in Legacy Moon Land?
Well, first of all, y'all know I've been telling him for weeks to make that thing, you know, iPhone friendly. Why am I hearing an echo? Y'all hear an echo? But anyway, um, sovereign citizens, they have a fee, and they literally have it written down. So when the police pull them over, they start charging them for various things. They charge the police money, and they expect to be paid. It never happens, but you know, that's what happens with sovereign citizens.
So, okay, all right, hold on, because this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. So let me get this right. So they have, okay, is it is it a per stop fee? Like, are they charging them for the stop, or is it like how long the stop lasts? Because sometimes you can get pulled over for 10 minutes, sometimes for 15 minutes, sometimes for 30 minutes. Is it one fee, or how do they arrive at this
I
at this
don't
charge?
I don't know if they get it from that uh what is that? Is that thing $400 that they purchase with all the sovereign information in it?
Yeah.
But there's usually a fee. It's a fee for stopping them. It's a fee for their time. It's a fee for their request. It's just they literally it's a list, and they literally have fees for different things. Mhm. Yep, that's what they do.
And they give it to the individual cop, or does it go to the police
It
department? Like,
they tell the officer there, you've taken my time. I'm charging you such and such for a time, and all of that. Yeah. Now, of course they don't get paid, but I'm just telling you what happens.
I'm just saying. So once the police arrest them for not having a license or registration, once the police arrest them for not having the essentials to drive, do
Hmm.
they give it to the judge, their lawyer, or what? Because see, this is what I'm saying. You worried about charging the police. The police is saying, that's nice, but where's your driver's license? Like, where's
Yeah, they have a right to try, and it's interesting. What are they? They are the original indigenous people, they say, and so they don't have to follow those rules. I don't know what they consider America to be. I can't remember. But my thing is, they don't believe in the Constitution, but they always want to quote what's in the Constitution that they don't believe in.
Mm, okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Speaking of interesting, I have, and and look, I have one more that I'm gonna add to the stage right now. Um, she's a legend out here in these YouTube streets, because how many of us can say that Sonya Durham Waller Jackson III has hung up on us twice in our face? How many people can say that? I can't say that, but you know who can say that? Villanor. Villanor can say that.
And soon you'll be able to say I hung up on you if you don't figure out how to drop that damn membership link so that I can join it.
Thank you.
Okay, Villanor, everybody, everybody, Villanor. Thank you, Villanor.
Hi, Legacy Moon.
Hi, V. Lenore.
How are you? I
Um,
looked for your email. I didn't see your email.
I sent it, I guess.
I didn't see it.
Well, I think I figured out what I needed. So I mean,
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, I typed it up. I don't know that I answered it.
Oh,
So.
okay.
Listen, Villanor, I did drop the link, so it is there.
It must be something with your link though. Is the link that he's dropping, is that the same link he dropped Legacy Moon when you said it needs to be changed or whatever?
He he's never no, it's not. And I keep telling him. I tell him every live.
I'm not sure why I got to be him. I'm sitting right here. Like, I'm I'm not sure why I'm him right now.
Because we're not talking to you. We're talking about you.
Can anybody
Exactly.
can anybody say why I'm him right now? Why am I him? This is my channel. Why am I him?
So I have told him so.
And I
Oh, here we
continue to.
go. I got it. No, I got it. He wasn't. So they don't have. So tell your mods to save this link because this one does work.
Okay, all right. He will do that. He will tell them that.
Good.
Since, since I'm just he and him today.
That
Mm-hmm.
dude don't understand what we're talking
That
about.
dude. some dude. Some dude does not get it.
No.
I get it. I get it. I get it. Look, it's Southside Shot Town. She says sorry about last night. No jokes about you today. Thank you, Southside Shot Town, for sparing me from the jokes. Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
no,
Thank
we are not giving him any
you. Oh no.
passes
Oh no.
because once he came over, he fell asleep during my very riveting live last night. I don't understand.
It was 3 o'clock in the morning and I was exhausted.
Well, you if you could just, man up for 23 more minutes, you would have been able to see the whole thing.
Is that what the problem was? The problem
You
was that
didn't
I
man
didn't
up.
man up. That's what the problem was. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I did the best I could. And
I
look,
don't know who the pussy is over there. You or Smokey. I don't know.
wow. 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 Wow.
So
Okay.
Villanor, it has been brought to my attention that I'm the side hen.
No, you're the main squeeze now. Evidently, he just keeps running over there to you. You've got all the boys coming to the yard.
I
I'm
try.
sick of these Negroes on YouTube. I'm gonna be done with all of them.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I had to go. I went over there to watch because somebody came to the chat and told me. So I was like, okay, well, let me go watch and see what's going on.
Um.
Let me see how she said it. Oh, by the way, you are here watching Native Tribe.
Um.
Now
All
I only
right.
got this membership so I can spy on you. Just know that.
Okay.
This
All
is
right.
business. This is a business transaction.
Look, he sounded like he
So
could ready to kick us off.
Villanor, everybody. Villanor.
So Miss
Everybody thank
HLS
Villanor for
says,
coming
"What in the
through.
world?"
We don't want
It's
to hold you
Sunday
up.
and these Negroes got me out of my body. Ain't that a shame?
We
It's a
we
shame.
appreciate Villanor for coming through and all she does. Everybody, Villanor, everybody, Villanor.
See how he getting rid of me, Legacy Moon? Because of you. Because of you. I see
Villanor,
what it
everybody.
is.
Villanor. Everybody.
Mhm,
Villanor.
mhm. I'm leaving. Bye, Legacy Moon. And you
Bye,
watch it,
Villanor.
ma'am, because I'm watching you too. Okay? All right.
Okay,
Goodbye. Bye.
bye.
Villanor, everybody. Um Make it rain. Thank you so much for the super chat. She says the chat is about to be lit. I believe you. I believe you. Bank is here. That is Black Auntie. No kids. Another great content creator. Look, I'm always happy when the fellow content creators come over to the channel to support. That's why I don't mind shouting them out. Bank is another one that is great. She has some great content on her channel. Please go visit Bank at her channel. Join, like, subscribe, all the things. Legacy Moon, another great content creator. Like, join, subscribe. My people, Houston Foodie, another great content creator. Victor DeVille has her channel. Everybody's doing things, and we're all good at what we do. Please support all of my sisters as they do their thing. Bank says, I'm so late. I'm the on-call babysitter, and I got that call this morning. Bank, you're not late. You're here. Thank you so much for coming through. It is myself. Legacy Moon is educating me on the sovereign citizens of the world. Bank, you being former law enforcement, do you have you dealt with sovereign citizens espousing their rights and what they do and don't believe and what they can and cannot do? I would love to get your perspective on them folks.
Because remember, their card, they're not using it for commerce. So you can't pull them over and give them a ticket because they're not using it for commerce. That's what they say. That's what they tell the police. And
Interesting.
then after they're in the cuffs,
Exactly. Exactly. I don't
yeah, so
I, I don't get it. Speaking of being in cuffs, we have a new member, and her name is V. Lenore. Thank you, V. Lenore, for joining the tribe. Your presence is truly my presence. Thank you so much for your support. And again, y'all check out V. Lenore. She's doing some good stuff over there at the V. Lenore house. Dimples Wimple says, I don't own an iPhone. I don't either. All right.
yeah, that link that gets put in, the iPhone people can't just hit it because it'll just direct them back to your front page. You have to have the link that I told you. Well, I'll tell you again. We're
I
not going to
mean,
bore the people about links.
well, look, I don't have an iPhone. So again, it always slips my mind to think about that. Like to me, I'm just oblivious. To me, it just everything works, and I forget that iPhone. I do have an iPad, and I'm aware that that the iPad doesn't work with everything. But sometimes I forget about my iPhone people. So blame it on my head and not my heart. My fault. My fault. My fault. Mocha and Dimple says native check the score. No need to tell me that, Mocha and Dimples, because I see that it's 2014 Falcons. However, when have the Falcons ever felt comfortable with a lead? I would highly warn against Falcons espousing excitement over a lead. I'm not gonna say nothing about 28-3. I know that's where you think I'm going. I'm not. I'm not saying that y'all blew the Super Bowl bragging about a lead. I'm just putting it out there that maybe Falcon fans need to just be cool until the game's actually over. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But Mocha and Dimples, I see the score. I do. We'll see what happens at the end of the fourth quarter.
Well, Native, I just want to tell you that you ain't heard this from me, but I had heard that you don't listen.
Mm, mm,
I
mm,
had seen somebody type that in the chat. They say you don't listen.
mm,
You
mm,
ain't hear that from me. I'm
mm,
just sitting in the window looking out.
mm, mm. It's just kind of funny how this whole live turned on a dime once a certain person, I ain't gonna say no names, rhymes with C LaFour, uh jumped up on, and all of a sudden, we go in a whole different direction than where we started at. I'm just saying. It's kind of funny how it's different now. Anyway, Bank Legacy, like I told you last night, you're never a side dish. You are dessert. Look, Bank. Here we are. We got Legacy Moon up here, and it is a strawberry Sunday. Huh? Huh? You think that's a coincidence, Bank? I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's welcome Ray Della Lewis. She is a new member. Ray Della Lewis, thank you so much for joining the tribe. Your presence is my present. I do appreciate you being here and joining up with the tribe. We are family. We move as one. If you come in, the only thing I ask is if you put your feet up, take your shoes off first. Thank you, Ray Della Lewis, for supporting the channel.
Jackson Tabasco, I ain't say no names. I just said I had heard from the chat.
Kingdom of Kush says, chin up, native. Thank you. You know what? Sometimes, I need a little encouragement to get through these things. Sometimes I need a little bit. So, Kingdom of Kush, your support is appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bank says nope, thank goodness. But then again, maybe they all sounded crazy to me. Phoebe says I made it an hour later. Thank you. In my Nesto voice. Justin's mom says hello again. I was cooking. Muffin218 says now V can stalk you. Thank you. It's exactly what I need in my life. Jackson Tabasco says native doesn't listen well. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Wonder who you were talking about there, Legacy Moon. Hmm.
Mm. I ain't say no names.
You didn't. You sure didn't. So anyway, so Legacy Moon. So you
Hmm.
have a Shirley Strawberry, and Shirley Strawberry is obviously gone through a lot. Divorce is over.
Hmm.
The albatross is from around her neck. What does
Yes,
she
free at
do? Does
last,
she
free
does
at
she
last.
look? Does she burn some sage? Like what happens now? Like does she get some quartz and just keep some quartz around the house? Like what happens next with Shirley Strawberry?
Well, she needs to take a nice spiritual bath to wash away all that Nesto residue.
Oh,
And then after she does that, she needs to stand in the mirror and, make up some affirmations.
mm,
And once she does that, I think she'll be okay. Now, just to be safe,
hmm,
no, she doesn't have to do the sage because he hasn't been in her space for about what 2 years now.
right.
So she's good on that. But yeah, a spiritual bath and then some good affirmations. Stand in the mirror and say 'em, and there you go. She'll be fine. She'll be cleansed.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Now, Muffin218 said, hopefully she stays out of the green waters.
Look, here,
Yeah.
okay, let me just do this real quick. I have to say this real quick, okay? I'm not finna let Nesto ruin my home state. Like, I'm not finna have y'all thinking that some kind of way Nesto has like inhabited the Gulf of Mexico and it's now like and and that now is some kind of like predator water. Like, no, no, we talking about like a beautiful coastline. It was green before he got there. It's green after he got there. It is Florida, and it's the same beach that I grew up going to as a kid. So, I'm not about to let Nesto ruin my childhood home, my childhood memories. No, we ain't doing that. So the green waters are going to be green forever, whether it's Nesto or not. So we not no. They're not Nesto's waters, okay? They belong
A-
to all of us, okay?
Apparently, they don't work because look at where he's at. And he was just in the green waters before then. So they don't work.
But do you know how many people have gone to the beach and then gone to jail? It ain't just him. Do you realize that they have cops that actually patrol the waters? Like, they're actually on the water in boats, in little cop boats, and the cop boats have little cop lights. So the police are on. So if you are a criminal and you on the water, yeah, they're gonna catch you, they're gonna run your plate, they're gonna run your driver's license, the whole nine. I've seen people actually go to jail from the water. So yes, that is a thing. It's not a Nesto thing, is all I'm saying.
Oh my gosh, these comments. Somebody said the green waters has an STD.
See, exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Southside Chi-Town, I actually did get your super chat, and I thank you so much for it. But I will read it again. Sorry for last night. No jokes about you today. I appreciate no jokes about me today. I don't know if you could tell it or not, but I'm having a rough one, so it's okay. Thank you very much for your grace and your kindness, Southside Chi-Town. Um, but yeah. V. Lenore says Florida is a wacky place. I'm sure the water is green for the wrong reasons. It's Florida. Let me check the calendar and see if it's Hate on Native Day. Let me just see, because I'm trying to see if I missed something. Let me look. Let's see, September. I don't see Hate on Native anywhere on my calendar. Villanor, Florida is not as wacky of a place as, I don't know, some place that will produce a weird 93-pound weirdo with no edges and a flat titty.
From
Uh,
Ohio.
let's see, what state was? Oh, that was Ohio that did that.
Ohio.
Yeah, that was where that one originated from. So the wacky produced the tacky. That would be Ohio. She moved to Florida, but she's an Ohio product. You know what I mean? Kind of like what else came from Ohio? Goodyear tires, I think. Yeah. Y'all do some y'all get some good stuff. Because true enough, Villanor is also from Ohio, but there's a stain on Ohio, and that would be Sonia Waller Durham Jackson the Third. I'm just saying, V. We ain't that wacky. We ain't that wacky. It's a shame. I got to defend me today. I got to defend my state today. I got to defend my Saints today. What is? I'm on defense. I'm on defense. Queen Black said, "Don't blame Ohio. Under normal circumstances, Queen Black, I would not. But I'm responding to an attack on my state and how we wacky. We ain't wacky. I don't know where that's coming from right now. I don't know where all the Florida hate coming from right now. I don't." Villanor says, "We kicked her out. She was drawn to the place she belongs. She's a trans." She's a trans Floridian.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, Florida, Ohio has to take the L for her. They just have to. That's just the way it is.
I'm sorry. The only way that you could kick her out, V, is if she was there in the first place. I'm just saying. You can't kick somebody out that ain't already there, right? Right?
Right.
I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying. All right. And you know what, Book Nerd, I'm gonna agree with you. Maybe maybe it's the acid from the cranberry juice. Maybe that's what it is that has Villanor on one today, because it's been nothing but barbs and spears thrown my way, and I don't understand why. Because I come in peace. So maybe some water would dilute some of that. Yes. Okay. GC says, "Hey, get off Florida. I got your back." GC got my back. Thank you so much for the super chat, GC. And I appreciate you having my back. Florida is in the house. 850 to be specific. I'm just saying. All right, and here we go. Got to have the last word. Villanor says, "And you left Florida for a reason." I'm just saying. Yeah, I did. But I know my people. And I know what we can and cannot do. And one thing we cannot do is produce a 93-pound weirdo with no edges and a short colon. We ain't did that. Y'all
That was
did that.
mean. That was so mean.
Was it though?
Yes.
Sounded kind of true. That's all I'm saying. And Queen Black, see, now we got a Florida, Ohio thing going on. We started out so well, and look at what we have devolved to. We have devolved into a Florida, Ohio debate. Queen Black says, right, V, she was never Ohio worthy. What does that mean? Okay, all right, I give up. I give up.
She is from Ohio, from a big house in the Caucasian neighborhood. So y'all get it straight.
And here go bang. OHIO. Justin's mom says, "Just don't include Michigan in the mix." No beef with Michigan. No beef at all. No
But
beef at all.
is it there that she likes going, or is it Chicago?
No, it's Michigan, because then she can get to Canada. Canada. She just
Oh,
likes to go to Canada, not
oh,
Ontario, not Quebec, not no, not Alberta, no, just Canada. She just goes to Canada to shop. So she go to Canada where the dollar is less and things are more expensive, but that's where she likes to go to shop. Is to Canada. Don't forget, y'all, it's Canada.
that must be where the Timu outlet is.
It was Queen Black says Florida has Ron DeSantis. I'm just saying. I mean, okay, I don't know the name of y'all governor. Okay, all right. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he be fucking up too. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. And then 504 says, and keep the NO out of it. Yes, we will not bring the NO into it. Speaking of keeping the no out, it's V Lenore. Hey, V Lenore.
He's back.
I actually came up here to address who was that said something about Michigan?
That was Justin's mom.
Justin's mom. Let me write this down. Hold on one second. Justin's mom. Okay, got it. And your response to what Justin's mom said was that there's nothing wrong with Michigan. Is that
I
what you
have
said?
I have zero problem with Michigan.
Okay,
Zero.
let me hold on. Let me write this down. Native
Mhm.
tribe.
Yep. No problems.
Yeah. Okay.
No. No
Yeah.
problems.
I think there's something. See, this is why. See, you've been near those green waters way too long. How dare you? How dare you suggest that there's nothing wrong with Michigan? Hello? 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 Bank? Tell her. Tell these people. We don't fuck with Michigan. We hate Michigan so bad that when Ohio State plays Michigan, they draw X's through M's. No matter where the word is, where the M falls in the word, you'll see nothing but red X's because we don't like Michigan.
Y'all,
Okay.
the dogs are agreeing with V Lenore.
See,
But here's the issue though, V. When you say we, who are you exactly talking about when you say we?
look in the chat. Bank says she gets it. Let's see who else. If Black but not bitter was here, she would get it. Um, let me just look. Let me just look. Mm-hmm. Nobody with good sense likes Michigan.
Michigan hasn't Michigan hasn't done anything to me. See, Michigan, this sounds like a personal thing.
This is why we're breaking up because
Oh. Hmm.
you're
Hmm.
supposed to have my back. You
Okay.
see what I'm saying?
I do.
You
I do.
like what I like,
Oh,
okay?
okay. 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 All right.
I thought I broke y'all up, not
No,
Michigan.
you're the clincher. You're the clincher, okay?
I
Uh-oh,
thought you might.
Justin's mom said, look at Justin's mom. See, it's mutual.
So
You see what Justin's mom?
I thought this was interesting. V Lenore, what do you think about the spelling of Ohio that Kingdom of Kush has put? Sonia, Ohio.
Kingdom of Kush must be high. Okay, that's all. Kingdom of Kush is smoking too much Kush. Okay, that's what I think is going on with Kingdom of Kush. We can't worry about Kingdom of Kush.
Oh, book nerd. Book nerd just pulled one out. Y'all got Jim Jordan. Y'all got Jim Jordan. I forgot about Jim Jordan up there. Whoa.
And that
Mm.
damn and Vance. Where you fooling?
Mm. That's right. JD Vance, who accused the Haitians in Springfield of eating the pets.
and your governor was the brother, or your old governor was the
Mm-hmm.
brother of another raggedy president.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Indeed.
Indeed. And your state is always trying to keep black people down and keep them from being able to vote.
Yes. So
Yep.
again, like you
Okay.
said,
And
mhm.
the list goes on. And your waters are green with algae. It's not good. It's not good there.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Shirley's divorce paper made the observation. Native, you and V got a beef going on today, my lord. Thank you. That is my words exactly, my lord. What has happened today?
I haven't been asleep yet. That's what.
That's
See
all I'm
how
saying.
see I was able to man up, but you weren't.
It was 3 in the morning. I had to go to work. Y'all always talking about y'all like a working black man. Oh, I love a black man that work. I love a black man that work. But as soon as I gotta go to bed to get to work, it's a problem.
What'd you do? Work for 45 minutes and got off and went live? What the fuck? What are you talking about? When did you go to work?
Went to work this
But
morning,
here's
B.
here's here's the worst part. Okay, we didn't stay on my live, for the usual 12 hours that we do because I knew he had to go to work. So I says, we're going to end this. And then he's
Mhm.
still up. Then he goes over there to you.
Well, he stayed awake at your live. He fell asleep on mine. So
I'm
I did.
We're both breaking up with you. That's it.
that's it. Leave him. He doesn't deserve either one of us.
I did the best I could. You know what I mean? Like the
Well,
effort was
that's
there.
piss poor then. It's piss poor.
Why is the effort not counting today? I did the best I could. Hold on, a lady 747 seemed like she got some sense to make out of this. She said, I'm from Michigan. I'm from Michigan and I love a hardworking man. We support our men in Michigan. Hello.
Well, it's because it takes Michigan and Florida to be able to even come against Ohio. So I don't even know why we're doing this.
But V, I want you to really think about what she's saying. What she's saying is that she appreciates a hardworking man.
And my
Mm.
question is, how hard did you work? Because you went to sleep at 3:12 a.m. and then you were up at what time on live and then went live. And then I need you to explain this to me. Where was this work happening? Huh?
Hold on.
You got to
Make it
get some.
hold on, make it rain. Hold on. Make it rain, save me here. Make it rain said this Bobby Womack song.
What Bobby Womack song is it?
I don't know, but it was a good change of subject. That's all I know. That's all I know. It was a good
Oh,
segue
God.
to something else. That's all I know. Shit.
A mess.
A lady 747 said, thank you. Shit.
And Big Nurse said, fix it, Jesus.
That's all I'm saying. Wait, Nola Brown, I thought we was better than this. What you mean, get them ladies? Native doing too much in the midnight hours. I'm trying to go to bed.
He shouldn't try to spread itself so thin.
Oh,
Hmm.
man. Oh, man.
Because guess what? Guess what, Villanor? He popped up over at my house this morning. I was just so shocked. Yeah, when
Well,
did you
ain't
work?
that something? Ain't that
Listen,
something? He's
listen.
he's he's taking this role on Tuesday nights a little too far. Okay?
Look, here's
He's
the thing.
really trying to nesto us. I'm not I won't stand for it. My name is not fucking Shirley. Okay?
Okay, Villanor, this is woman to woman.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
got him on. You got him on Tuesdays. I got him on Fridays.
Okay.
Woman to
Okay.
woman.
All
Woman
right.
to woman.
We man sharing, child.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It's hard out here. The ratio is rough for us,
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
Look,
actually,
look.
it's he's spreading himself between three women: you, me, and Smokey the pussy.
Wow,
Okay,
wow, wow. How did we get Smokey
Yeah,
into
you're
this? How did
right.
Legacy
You're
Moon.
right.
I'm sorry you haven't. I don't know if you've paid attention to my mouth over on my channel. I'm very sorry if I'm offending you.
Oh, because of your cussing.
And yeah,
Yeah, I know. I know you cuss a lot.
I do. I love it.
all I'm saying is, okay, all I'm saying is, you know, we can all work this out. We can all work together. Matter of fact, didn't somebody say work together? Didn't somebody say work together? I could have swore somebody said work together.
Woman to woman. If you've ever been in love.
Carla,
Hmm.
Carla said V is
Barbara,
the
this is
truth.
Shirley. Oh Jesus. Mm-mm-mm. Okay.
Buckner Buckner
Huh?
said, I love good conflict resolution these days, and that's what I'm trying to get to is some good conflict resolution. We've determined that you don't like Florida. We determined you don't like Michigan. Ohio is the best thing ever, according to V. Lenore. I don't know how else we
Pretty
can
much.
correct. I don't know how we can correct that.
Well, we don't have to. You just got it straight. We don't. There's nothing to correct. You got it. That's exactly. Your quick study. That's good.
Mm, mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm. And GC said, you know what, GC? GC said, whose channel is this? Thank you, GC. It's my channel. Y'all coming up here in my face. I ain't gonna
Wait a
put up with
minute. Let me
this.
let me check something. Okay,
Oh, she's
Jackson
checking something.
Tabasco is
Oh boy.
here,
Oh
and
boy.
Dimples Wimples. Okay, good.
Uh,
So, seeing that we share at least two mods, I need my mods to remember what GC said and time her out next time you see her over in my channel. Okay.
wow. Wow. You can't there's no
I'm just teasing.
retribution. There's no retribution for
I
my
love
people.
GC, but GC, you stay out of it, okay? All
Trust
right,
in my
I'm done. I'm gone. Bye again. Okay, love
Bye.
y'all.
goodbye,
Bye.
Goodbye, Villanor. Goodbye, Villanor. Trust in My Destiny says, is this a new channel with you three? If so, I love it. No, Trust in My Destiny. This is my channel. Okay? Let's
Oh
clear the
wow.
air.
We'll have to do that one Friday. Invite V Lenore to come on with us. Yeah. That's
Yes.
what we have to
Yes.
do.
Erie Vibe says we need a mediator. Jesus. Yes, Jesus would be a great mediator right now. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Bank says she'll be back. No, she won't, Bank. She ain't coming back. She ain't
Now,
coming back.
very much so when we are doing whatever we do when we're on my channel, we always seem to go in a different direction than the actual topic. I am so glad to see that happening here today on
Oh
this
yeah.
channel.
Oh yeah, yeah. We went way left. We went way left. I'm not sure if I'm proud or I'm not sure what just happened just then. But here's what I do know. We have been at this for 2 hours and I am exhausted. Um, I want to thank my guest, V. Lenore. Again, check out V. Lenore on the V. Lenore Show, her channel. She is great at what she does and keeps me entertained. We do our thing on Tuesday night. And also check out Legacy Moon and her channel, True Crime and Mysteries. Lots of good things, lots of good shorts. And we do our thing on Friday nights. So, like I'm going in between. But we all have great shows and we all do our thing. Thank you for being here with me this afternoon, Legacy Moon.
You are quite welcome. But y'all, isn't he pulling a nesto? He's just got women everywhere.
I don't know what
Everywhere.
you're talking about. I don't know what any of that means. I don't know them folk. I don't know them folk. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Shit's weird.
But I'm dropping off now. So oh, by the way, y'all, don't forget the watch party. Don't forget to go to the community wall and get the link. after this.
Thank you,
Bye.
Legacy. Thank you, Legacy Moon. Wow, wow. And V. Lenore is still here, and she says on Saturday nights and Sunday mornings too, allegedly. Thank you so much for your contribution to the show, V. Lenore. Hey guys, I've 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 taken all I could take, okay? Thank you all for being here on the Native Tribe Show. This is the Native Tribe channel, just so you all know. And I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate all of the love. I appreciate all of the support. Sunday over Sunday, day over day, project over project. You all are amazing. Now, whether or not you have your picture in your avatar, it doesn't matter. You're beautiful. You are enough. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You are beautiful, loved, and blessed, and nobody can do anything about that, not even you. Thank you for all of your support. Catch me at Villanora's house on Tuesday at 8 o'clock. I will see you all then if I do not see you all before. Thank you. Have an amazing Sunday.